Hello all my dear students and welcome to Sri Jendra Rank Zone classes. I am your facilitator Amit Ajmani and in today's class we'll be taking up collocations. Now what exactly are collocations? Most of you must be familiar with this word, but I'm sure there are so many guys, so many students who are hearing this word for the very first time, even though we have been using it on a daily basis in our day-to-day life. So let us try to understand what exactly a collocation is. A collocation is a familiar grouping of words. Familiar is well known, acquainted grouping of words, especially those words that habitually appear together and therefore they convey a meaning by association. There are so many times we use these collocations without even knowing them. For example, we usually say heavy rain. It is raining heavily. We never use the word strong rain or big rain. No, it is always heavy, which is associated when the rain is actually pouring out. So it is heavy rains. Now these collocations are grammatically correct, but both strong rain and big rain, they sound completely strange. You can just try it yourself. It was a very strong rain coming out, or it was big rain. Big rain, it sounds strange, even though strong, big, they are grammatically both correct. But this is what collocations are, right? On using the normal collocation, for example, heavy rain, then in that case, when we are speaking out these kind of collocation words, our English sounds a lot better and more natural, because as it is quite comfortable and familiar to speak, similarly it is quite familiar for the listener also. If we will use the word big rain, the listener will also get surprised and will rethink for a second as to what we have said. Maybe not a big deal that he will consider that we have said something wrong, right? These collocations, the knowledge is quite advantageous. Why? Because it makes the language interesting and very importantly natural. It helps us to adhere to a proper pre-decided structure of language. It also aids in giving other better forms of presentation of words. It enhances our language skills, and it leads to innovation. And to some extent, it beautifies the language. So these are the various advantages of using collocations. Now let us try to relate the various types of collocations. The first type of collocations are a group of two words which are both nouns. Let us take an example of it. For example, tea leaf. Tea is also a noun, leaf is also a noun. Service industry, they are always used together. Single entry, used together. Death camp, peer group, street name. So these are the words which are used together. These are a combination of noun and noun. More frequently used collocations are a combination of nouns and verbs. For example, dogs bark. Here's dog is noun and bark is verb. Water flows. The bears growl. The pigs grunt. The paper flutters. The leaves rustle. So the first word in all these combinations are our nouns, and the second word with which these are being used, they are our verbs. So these are our noun verb collocations. Next are the combination of adjectives and nouns. What are adjectives? We know that adjectives are those words which qualify a noun or a pronoun, which add meaning to noun or pronoun, right? For example, high fever, burning sensation, blurred vision, sumptuous meal, dwindling prices, critical analysis. Here, this high, this burning, this blurred, sumptuous, these are all adjectives. And these adjective noun combinations or these collocations are used together. Next is the combination of adverbs and adjectives. For example, completely satisfied, infinitesimally small, meticulously studied. These are all the collocations having the combination of adverbs and adjectives. Next, quite common, is the combination of verbs and adverbs. For example, he performed the word magically. She sang melodiously. I have read thoroughly. He has been informed repeatedly. So all these are also collocations. These words are always used together, and importantly, they actually are used in combinations, right? Let us try to relate a few business related collocations. These are a few business related collocations which are used in business. For example, make a profit or loss. This is used to calculate the sales figures. Security blanket means cease to trade. Dollar diplomacy means to go bankrupt, getting insolvent, having no money to pay out. Blank check means to make money. Service charge, trade route, draw attention to chair a meeting, annual turnover, breaking the law, profit margin, opinion poll, excise tax, cash flow. These are all basically the business related collocations that are being used. There are so many collocations, so many. So the question arises, sir, how to learn collocations? Now this is quite important to understand that how we as a student we can relate and learn the collocations, and the first step towards learning anything in English especially is to read extensively. Try to be in a habit of reading. And while you are reading books or newspapers or novels or any particular thing you are reading in English, then you will come across these use of collocations, and that will show you the proper usage. Now what you do is try to make different collocations. Check out for few combinations on your own, and of course you will see that you might come up with something new. There are so many day-to-day words. Just try to relate that what exactly are the combinations of the words you use to express any particular thing. That is the way of learning collocations. It requires practice, no doubt about it. You need to refer to a dictionary if you are looking out for collocations and their meanings. Try to, this is important practice that you can do, try to club the words of one particular category. For example, try to note down all the words, all the collocations related to time at one place, related to distance at one place, related to money, related to business, related to life, related to work. If you start doing this thing, obviously it is a slow, it is a time consuming activity, but step by step you will be able to relate collocations. And try to think of various collocations possible for a given particular word. An example is given, very beautiful example. For example, if we are using the word remember, what are the various collocations, what are the combinations we use for this word remember? Faintly remember, vividly remember, distinctly remember, hardly remember. So all these are collocations only. Similarly, try to use these kind of words like play, like eat, eating, playing, going, saying, singing, right? Walking, running. You will find a lot of collocations. So you need to be aware and alert, and then only you will be able to identify the collocations, right? So these are a few basics of collocations. Let us try to do an exercise in order to relate what type of collocations may be used in our day-to-day life. I am giving you these words. Just try to relate, just try to find, try to form the collocations from these particular words using any word before them. The first word is sun. Now, if you are given the word sun, just try to think what are the all possible things, all possible combinations of words you can use with sun. Just think about it. I'm giving you half a minute. Think about it. With sun, what are the various possible words you will be able to relate? Start doing the thinking process. I'm waiting, huh? Just thinking about all the possible options. I'm sure lot of you must have thought about like burning sun, scorching sun, bright sun, bright sun or bright sunlight, dull, dull sunlight. So all these words may be used and lot many more. It's not only these four, lot many more words, lot many must have come in your mind. So all those are familiar, common combinations and hence they are collocations. Now let us focus on the word eyes. What all can we put before eyes in our day-to-day communication? There are lot many words that we use with eyes, like white eyes, like breaking the ice. We have used this word breaking the ice lot many times. So these are a few collocations. Let us talk about meeting. What can you write with meeting? Different words which can be used with meeting. It is a formal meeting, or it is an informal meeting, or it was a cordial meeting, or it was a casual meeting. So all these words can be used with meeting. They are all collocations. Completely. What are the words we can use with this completely? We have done. We have finished completely. We have eaten completely. We have read completely. We have understood completely. So these are the various words that we use daily almost, right? So these are all collocations. With pain, what can we use with pain? With pain, we can use bearable pain, or we can use unbearable pain, which we cannot bear, or we can use tolerable or intolerable or excruciating pain. So these are the various words which can be used with pain in the form of collocations. Next, talking about freedom. What kind of freedom you can think of? Full freedom, complete freedom, coveted freedom, right? These are a few words which we use with freedom. What about rule? What are the various words that come to your mind when it comes the word rule? Normally, obey the rules or abide by the rules, or thinking from your perspective, break the rules, right? So these are the various words which we normally use with the word rule. Decision. What are the words we use with decision? Momentous decision, spontaneous decision. What else comes to your mind? Early decision, delayed decision, thoughtful decision, unthoughtful decision. So many words coming with decision. Next is unit. What possible words we use with unit? It's a functional unit. It's a non-functional unit. Single unit, complex unit. So these are the words which come to our mind normally. There must be so many other words which are coming in your mind. Perfectly fine. Just note them down. Just try to write them up so that you can have a better understanding of our day-to-day usage words. Wind. What we use with wind? So cool wind. We say cool wind. What else can we use with wind? Blowing wind, fierce wind. Think about more. There must be so many other. Dash a presentation, making a presentation, watching a presentation, giving a presentation. These are all the words which we normally use whenever we are talking about a presentation. Dash an argument, making an argument, avoiding an argument. What else? Skipping an argument, right? So these are a few words and a lot many more. I'm sure that your minds are working and I'm sure that you're also thinking. Next, dash time. So many words related to time. For example, utilizing time, wasting time, value time, spare time, idle time, saving time or save time, both. So these are all collocations. Dash a meeting, leaving a meeting, joining a meeting, attending a meeting, taking a meeting. These are all the collocation words used with meeting. Burst into. Now we have to use a word after this burst into. Burst into tears. Burst into laughter. Burst into tears or burst into laughter. Right? So these are a few words which can be used in the form of collocations with burst into. So this is a bit of exercise just in order to give you a basic idea as to how we use the collocations, and there are so many collocation words that are used in our day-to-day life, whether we are sitting or eating or standing or doing anything. We are observing anything, we are looking at anything, we are speaking anything, we are reading anything. So many activities being performed and so many things out of habit. Out of habit, we just speak that out. These are collocations. Fine. And they are so general, there are so many that you actually need to keep this thing in your mind, that you have to observe the collocations. Only then you will be able to relate them, only then you will be able to understand them. And make sure that you are actually noting these collocation words with you, and after noting them down, be in a habit of revising it, revisiting it, re-looking at it again and again after every 10-15 days, so that your brain, it goes and remains there, it is retained there. Clear to all? So this is all about collocations. We are ending up the meeting here. I really hope that whatever we have studied under these topic, these collocations, you must have understood. And now onwards, you will definitely try to make sure whenever you are reading something, you will observe where these combination, common familiar group of words called collocations are used. Fine. So we'll meet in the next class with the next topic. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a good time. Thank you so much for being with me.